Hey guys, welcome to my Jurassic World Rebirth spoiler talk video or spoiler review video. And if you haven't seen Jurassic World Rebirth yet, please watch my non-spoiler review. I'll put the link in the description and I'll put it right up here now. Yeah, see? That's it right there. Click on it. Yeah. But if you have seen the movie, dude, let's talk about this shit. And let me start with the opening scene. I kind of liked it. I was like, okay, this is going to get dark. Like, yeah. I mean, even though the guy was a freaking idiot, super weird product placement with like Snickers. It's like, oh, yay. Want to kill everyone? Yeah, eat a Snickers. It's like, what the hell? And there were candy wrappers everywhere, dude. It was like freaking eating M&Ms, this and that. Freaking like, yeah, dude. Like if the dinosaurs weren't going to get you, the diabetes will. But it was weird product placement and sure, but the dark tone was cool in the beginning. And something that really made me not like Dominion or Fallen Kingdom, like I thought there were real steps back, especially Dominion, was that once the dinosaurs were everywhere, it's like, where else are we gonna go? And I really thought the franchise was just kind of screwed. Like, okay, like, yeah, let's just keep doing this now. But Jurassic World Rebirth, I thought did a really, really smart thing by doing it the whole, like, it's the climate and disease and basically Mother Nature setting things back right, which tends to happen. I can't believe we're still here. But yeah, the dinosaurs can only survive now in like an equator area. And that's kind of really interesting and cool. And it felt really organic and not just some like super rigged reason to get them back. And the Jurassic Park movies really are better when it's like secluded, away from everything. Yeah. Something else that was kind of like a little throwaway thing, but I found really interesting was the whole thing about people being bored of dinosaurs now. Like, yeah, like it's not really a sell anymore. Like people have seen it already. And that's just humans, dude. That's just the way we are, where it's like when something's new, you love it. But after a while, it's just kind of like whatever. I also like the reason they had to go to the island. The chance to cure heart disease. I mean, that's pretty interesting. Even though their mission is kind of set up like a video game where it's like you have to get DNA from 3 specific dinosaurs, 3 really big ones. So it's a video game with 3 levels, having to survive the big boss and at the end of every level. You have the prehistoric Jaws level, you have the pterodactyl level, and then you have the love level. Yeah. I really was wondering if this was going to turn into a completely different movie because they kept getting closer and closer. And I'm just like, how close are they going to get? And the guy's under there petting one like, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, where's this going, dude? Because these two are getting close and he's trying to make it like a party of 3. And I'm like, not the movie I expected, but yeah. Thankfully, it stayed PG-13. On to the next level. And dude, Scarlett Johansson, I'm a big fan, dude. Even before the MCU, man. To me, she's not just MCU. She's not just Black Widow. But this movie felt like she was Black Widow in the wrong film. And it was so weird. I didn't buy her as her character at all. And she was so Black Widow that when she was like really sweet and compassionate and wanting to get along with everybody, it just felt awkward. Like, why is Black Widow doing that? And I mentioned this in my other review, but did you guys catch that one scene where like you have the 3 cables because it's to keep out big animals with electricity and the island has no power, and anyone, including my fat ass, can get through those big ass cables that are like this. And she's cutting that middle wire, trying to do a weird monologue. And she's having a hard time cutting it, which makes it even more awkward. And she's just cutting it, trying to like do this weird monologue. It was just weird. They went through those freaking things 10 more times. And guess what? They never cut that cable again. It's like they can all just get through. So it was just a weird like moment. And I'm like, it's just getting more awkward. But you know what she wasn't doing? Loading her gun. Why? Because these special ops mercenaries came to an extremely dangerous island for an extremely dangerous mission with extremely dangerous dinosaurs. And they went unarmed. Yep. So yeah, this special ops mercenary team is it's different. You know what's not different? The family that is caught in the middle of this. Because you can't have a Jurassic movie without a family just like stuck in the middle. And dude, this kid Xavier, I like this character arc, I did. But bro, when we first met him, I was dying for the dinosaurs to eat this kid. And I can tell you, as someone who is familiar with the Latin culture, this movie is definitely not based on a true story because the way Xavier talks to his girl's dad, bro, the dinosaurs would be the last thing this guy would have to be worried about. It'd be the dad. He wouldn't make it to the second act. Like when the boat flipped and they're like, oh no, Xavier's in the water. I was like, okay, where's the problem? Like if I'm the dad, I'd be like fist bumping the dinosaur, like go get him, bro. But my bad, Xavier had a great character arc and and the Dino Jaws part really was cool with the water, all the close calls and action scenes. It was awesome. But my favorite action scene was the T-Rex with the raft. Dude. And I saw this movie before seeing any of the trailers, so I really went in cold. But I saw the trailers afterwards, and I was a little bit surprised. I'm like, you showed all of that? This movie doesn't have a lot of action sequences, but the trailer basically touched on all of them. And I'm like, why? One of my favorite shots in the movie is when Black Widow is hanging on the freaking boat and she's just hanging on there and you see the eye of the dinosaur looking right at her. Dude, that was the coolest shot. I'm like, that's awesome. It's in the trailer. Yeah. And listen, this is the island that like they worked on all the DNA stuff with the dinosaurs, and the ones that really didn't work out and were kind of like weird or too dangerous stayed in this island. So it's like an island full of dinosaurs that were ordered from Wish instead of Amazon. Yeah, they're kind of rejects, except for Dolores, who you can probably order from Amazon at some point. Every time I saw her, I kept picturing her in the packaging that's going to be on the shelf of the toy store. And as soon as they gave her a name, I'm like, oh, yeah, they're selling that shit. Now, as far as the story, yeah, we've seen it before. Bro, this is so familiar. Yeah. And I'm not really that mad at the movie for this to an extent, because we are 7 films in now. And I don't know how many stories you can tell in this setting without stuff being so familiar. But at least they also borrowed from other movies. That scene with the pterodactyl where the science guy's hanging down and trying to grab the DNA thing. And she's like, just let it go. And he's like, no, I gotta get it. All I thought about was like Last Crusade. Felt just like that. Also, them in the under sewer thing. Dude, that was Aliens. And if you don't think that was Aliens, a dinosaur at some point hooked up with a xenomorph, because that main alien, dude, still, I didn't hate the movie, even though I have to say, as much as I didn't want this movie to continue to be so formulaic, when I finally was surprised by not getting something I expected, I was kind of disappointed. Because when Mahershala Ali does the freaking thing with the flare, and for the D-Rex to like be focused on him and coming to him, please tell me I'm not the only one that was just waiting for the T-Rex to show up behind there and then just have that freaking WrestleMania thing that they usually do at the end of these movies. T-Rex with the D-Rex? Oh, what? That would have been freaking cool. And it was right there, because I have to wonder, like, did they just run out of budget or something? I don't know. But I wanted the movie to surprise me, and I guess it did at the end. Guys, in the end, I didn't hate Jurassic World Rebirth. It just felt like the same shit again and again and again. Like, instead of calling it Jurassic World Rebirth, should we just call it Jurassic World Recycle? Guys, what did you think about Jurassic World Rebirth? Let me know in the comments. Also, please like, subscribe, and whatever to all the stuff that I have. I got Superman stuff coming up that I'm super excited about. Thanks for watching.